Bungie just dropped their new Destiny 2 update 7102, and you're not going to believe all the things that Bungie has fixed with this update. I personally can't believe it. This is crazy. This is probably one of the most comprehensive updates we've ever seen, where they actually fixed almost all of the bugs, glitches, and exploits that I currently know of in the game. First up, we have Crucible. It's an issue where the Dazzling Iridescence Trials emblem could be awarded. This is obviously the emblem that you get from having the Flight of the Pigeon award, where you stay ahead in the round count every single round. People were getting this erroneously, and now they made it so you won't be able to equip it until you actually complete that triumph. That one's one that we've already covered previously, but we're about to get to some new ones here in a moment. Next issue where players can damage bosses in Ghosts of the Deep through immunity shields. Now that's a crazy one, because that is shooting a witherhood at the boss and then dying, and you can basically do this to farm the encounter if you wanted to beat it on master to increase your exotic chances, etc. We did a video covering this, and it was a pretty crazy glitch, but it's been around for a long time, and you actually have had the ability to do this to Taniks for a long time, but no one really does this to Taniks because you could just kill him normally. So it's very interesting to see that they actually fixed this, and I wonder if it will retroactively work on Taniks as well. Keep that in mind. Boss cheese for Ghosts of the Deep is now gone. Next up, we have Gerfalcon's Hauberk Reserve Overshield now deploys when a player uses Ensnaring Slam. Next issue where Kepri's Horn could disable various non-enemy objects. That's a bug for both PvE and PvP. If you don't know, obviously it was disabled primarily for how much it was breaking Iron Banner. You could literally walk up to the zone in Iron Banner control, pop your Titan wall, it would push out the firewall, go back and forth, and give your team almost 80 points if everyone was standing on the zone. It was the strangest bug ever, but it was actually extremely broken in PvE. It could shut various different doors, soft lock all kinds of encounters, so it's actually an excellent change that Bungie fixed this, at least for PvE side of things, and now we get Kepri's Horn back in the game. Hopefully it's not bugged even still, because a lot of times when Bungie does issue these fixes, things are still bugged. We'll see. We'll get in there and we'll get to testing when we get in the game. Fix an issue where Vesper of Radius's effects were triggering on things other than casting a rift. We've seen that bug, and I was demonstrating that a little bit in a previous video. And we have fixed an issue where point contact cannon brace would create lightning strikes on melees other than thunderclap. So we were the ones to actually break the news on this one, and that was really funny. You could just run around and just melee the air, and it would just constantly give you those thunderstorm strikes and everything, and you could do it with a glaive. They finally fixed that issue. We have fixed an issue where becoming frozen would disable Arbor Warden's exotic perk. I didn't actually know about that one, but interesting. Fixed an issue where Arbor Warden would cause the Juggernaut aspect to not interact with your class ability energy correctly. Got it. So 2 Arbor Warden bugs being fixed for the Titan exotic chest piece. And we have fixed an issue causing Sunbracers to not improve solar grenades. Now this is in relation to the duration of solar grenades. If you don't know, I tested this and made a video talking about how Sunbracers got stealth nerf with the launch of this season, where normally they're actually supposed to extend the duration when you have them on, but they weren't doing that. And on top of that, there was also the perk, the hidden perk Fastball was removed from Sunbracers. So it'll be interesting to see if we get the extended duration of Sunbracers and the added effect of Fastball. We'll have to test that as soon as we get back in game. Next up, we have fixed an issue causing Helm of Saint 14 to not provide any effects. That's pretty crazy. I think I remember ironically putting on Helm of Saint 14 and noticing the lack of effects, but didn't even think about it because it was just such a chaotic counter, but definitely a good change to good buff, or fix to Helm of Saint 14 rather. And we have fixed an issue causing Verity's Brow to not function in PvP. We have fixed an issue causing no backup plans to buff non-shotgun damage in certain situations. This was a pretty crazy one. I'm glad they fixed that as well. We have fixed an issue where Arthur's Embrace buff icon wasn't appearing in the HUD in PvP. We have the artifact perks amped up, and electric armor no longer have their perk name switched. For weapons, here we go. We got fixed an issue where some older Iron Banner / special power weapons had lost their scope glint. Fixed an issue where purchasing a Last Wish deep sight weapon from Hawthorne would unintentionally award bonus pattern progress on top of the progress provided. This is where it would drop double pattern progress, and I don't know why Bungie had to fix this one. You should have just left it in the game. It was nice to just get 2 pattern progress. You should have just left it, Bungie. It wasn't hurting anyone. It's just made it so you could craft those weapons a little bit faster, but now everyone's already taken advantage of it and have crafted the majority of weapons, but it is what it is. Next up, we have increased the size of the red dot in Mercurial Overreach's scope to respond to player feedback. Got it. And then we reduced the amount of damage from collective action from 10% to 20%. This is because of the 2-tap potential, the video we covered where you can 2-tap with the hand cannon using a stasis crystal. So they wanted to not allow you to 2-tap with the 120 RPM hand cannon. Then we have changed the navigator's intrinsic trait icon. Got it. Abilities, fixed an issue where certain thrown projectiles were able to over-penetrate allied Titan barricades. You could, for some bizarre reason, throw nades through Titan barricades, even when they weren't Citans. They fixed that issue. We have fixed an issue where arc jolt damage to minor combatants was lower than intended following the scaling in 710. That's a good one. Jolt has been bugged, and I'm glad they finally fixed that. Commerce and Eververse fixed an issue where the Twitch bounty has now been fixed. So if you give 2 subs and you complete the bounty, you will get the emblem Pulsar approaching. So if you want to, give 2 subs to your favorite Twitch streamer, twitch.tv/LUCKYY, just saying. Next Next up, we have triumphs, and then we have, they fixed some triumphs with Eververse. Then we have the second Reckoning triumph now displays the correct weapon names. The spend salvage keys triumph now correctly progresses when a salvage key is spent. Got it. And then fix an issue on the ambitious angler triumph where all players were getting credit for one player catching exotic fish. And then lastly, in general, weekly challenges for Vanguard Ops and Gambit now reward the correct number of exotic engrams. That's good. And then re-enabling tier 1 exotic focusing on Master Rahul. So that's excellent. Get out there and get to focusing your exotic armor with Master Rahul if you need to get some of those good rolls and get those triple 100 builds going and everything. That's a huge update. Let me know your thoughts about everything down in the comments below. I'll be reading your comments. And if you want to see another video, click here. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.